Hello friends, once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to read chapter number 5 of 7th class and the name of the chapter is Golu Grows a Nose. This chapter is very interesting, so let us start the video. This story is related to long ago when elephants were not having trunk. This story is about a small elephant and the name of the small elephant is Golu. And the Golu elephant was not having a trunk, he was having a very bulgy nose. Bulgy means swollen nose and it was just as big as a boot. He could just move it from one side to other side, but he couldn't pick other things from the help of its nose. Golu was always full of so many questions. He was having a habit to ask questions to everyone. Whenever he is going to someone, he will ask some questions. He asked his tall aunt the ostrich, "Why don't you ever fly like other birds?" And ostrich was not having any answer. Then he asked his tall uncle the giraffe, "What makes your skin so spotty?" And Uncle Giraffe was also not having any kind of answers to the question of Golu. Now he asked his huge uncle the hippopotamus, "Why are your eyes always so red?" But Uncle Hippopotamus is also not having any kind of answer. Now he is asking to hairy Uncle the baboon, "Why do melons taste like melons?" But baboon was also not having any kind of answer. No one was having the answers of the questions asked by Golu. The ostrich, the giraffe, the hippopotamus and the baboon, they were having no answers to Golu's questions. Golu is a naughty baby, they said. He asks such difficult questions and he is asking always silly questions to us. How can we give answers to these questions? One day, Golu met the Mena, which was sitting in the middle of a bush, and he asked her, "What does the crocodile have for dinner?" The Mena said, "Go to the banks of the great grassy Limpopo river and find out the answer of your question because crocodile is there only." Now Golu went to home and he prepared himself for a trip. He took 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. Then he said to his family, "Goodbye. I am going to the great grassy Limpopo river and I will find out what the crocodile has for dinner." He had never seen a crocodile and didn't know what crocodile looked like. Golu met a python in the way and Golu asked him, "Have you ever seen a crocodile? What does he look like? What does he have for dinner?" The python uncoiled himself from the branch of a tree but said nothing. Golu politely helped him to coil around the branch again and said goodbye to him. Now Golu is moving on, eating sugar canes, bananas and melons. After a few days, he reached the very edge of the great grassy Limpopo river, and on the bank of the river, he saw a log of wood. And it was not a log of wood, it was a crocodile. But Golu doesn't know what a crocodile looks like. Crocodile was just looking towards Golu and Golu asked, "Have you ever seen a crocodile?" The crocodile was just looking towards Golu and he said to Golu, "Come here, little one. Why are you asking such kind of questions?" Then Golu said, "I want to know about crocodile. Please tell me. Have you seen any crocodile?" Now Crocodile said to Golu, "Come close, little one. I am the crocodile, and he is shedding the tears from eyes, and he wanted to prove that these are the crocodile tears. Golu was afraid, but he sat down on the bank and said, "You are the very person I was looking for. Please tell me what you have for your dinner." "Come here, little one. I will tell you in your ears that what do I have for my dinner." Now Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's mouth, and crocodile caught him by the nose. "I think today I will have a baby elephant for my dinner. Let me go, you are hurting me, Mr. Crocodile." Now Golu is screaming, but Crocodile was not ready to leave him. The python, who had been quietly following Golu, came to the bank and said, "If you do not pull as hard as you can, the crocodile will drag you into the stream and he will eat you." Now Golu sat back on his little haunches and pulled and pulled. The crocodile is also pulling him into the river, and he was just pulling himself outside the river. Now the python also helped Golu. He coiled around Golu, and he was also using his energy. "Golu, let's pull harder. We have to come out of this river." Golu used his all energy. The nose kept on stretching slowly and slowly. At each pull by the crocodile, the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Golu very much. Now the nose was almost 5 feet long, but it was free at last. Finally, Golu was free. Golu sat down, and now his nose was very, very long. He wrapped his nose in a banana leaf and hung it in the great grassy Limpopo River to cool. Golu sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool and to shrink. It grew cool, but it didn't shrink. Now the nose changed into a trunk. At the end of the second day, a fly came and stung Golu on the shoulder. Golu lifted his long nose, which was now a trunk, and with it hit the fly dead. "Advantage number 1, said the python. "You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Try and eat a little now." Golu put out his trunk and plucked a large bundle of grass. He dusted it against his forelegs and stuffed it into his mouth. Now the python is saying, "Advantage number 2, you couldn't have done it with a small nose. Don't you think the sun is too hot now?" Golu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head. "Advantage number 3, python said, "You couldn't have done it with a small nose." "Thank you, Mr. Python," said Golu very, very happily. "I will remember all the advantage. Now I will go back to my family." Now Golu was very much happy that his nose turned into a trunk. Dear friends, if you like the video, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.